Hey guys, Youthful Yields here. Yeah, so let's get started on the week's performance. So overall, 4.72%. That's actually really good. About $172. I will take that I usually say this, but I will take that any week of the year. I'm very happy with that movement. That's a lot. And then overall value, the last, let's say, year actually has been about 14.5%. Very, very healthy. So, yeah. So, a few things happened this last Friday, which is basically I got paid out the dividends for what was it? I believe it was Phoebe and Nvidia. So for Nvidia, we got paid out $17, which is pretty nice. For 16 shares, that's just about a dollar. It's just about above a dollar. I'm sorry, per share, which is pretty good. And then we have about Phoebe here, which I think was like something like annualized of like 56% or something. Also pretty decent, but remember that these are going to be higher this time around. So but I'm still going to sell it, so we'll hopefully do it at the end of this video. But we have $25 so far, plus the Phoebe, which we're going to sell, which is around let's see, total 97 there. So about 125 that we'll have, and then I'll probably throw that into something during the next week. Because that sale actually isn't going to happen until tomorrow, anyways. But let's move on to the individual stocks. So Misty is, I mean, absolutely crazy movement in the last week. Almost 11.5%, up $3, which is massive. You can see, yeah, I don't know how else to put it, but that's just amazing growth. So hopefully that's going to pay even more. That's, I think, Group D. So it's going to be a little bit until we get it, but I'm going to be very happy when I get receive that payment. A similar story in Coney. 3%. That's very good from last week. So I will take that. It did start on the 6th, up about 4.8% and finish about 3%. Nothing crazy. Like I wish it would be closer to Misty's, like 11 or even like 8%, 10%. But of course, that's asking a lot. In this last week, I think Bitcoin was kind of interesting. If I can recall, actually only a percent up, so nothing insane. Especially the week before that, I think it dropped quite a bit. But yeah, SPXL up about 2.7%, which is very good. So far, we're up about 10%, which for the S&P essentially, that's insane. Now obviously this is triple leverage fund, but um, this is super nice, obviously. Uh, yeah. Uh, and we have only bought into that one time. That was in September, in the middle of September. So just about a month, I think, since then. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna put a lot of money into this. I have not really had the opportunity to buy. I'm probably going to buy put probably another $300 hopefully this next week. Just a lot of life stuff is happening. Trying to buy a new couch for our living room. So who knows? Those are pretty expensive. So but yeah, 2.7% on SPXL. I am very happy with that. And overall return, like I said, 10%, not bad. Well, and it's very good in terms of over just about a month. So yeah, with Yield Max, or sorry, yeah, with the MZ, this is going to be the next one I sell. Now, this I believe is a part of the Group D as well. So we're probably gonna get Coney next week, next Friday. And then the week after that, it's going to be AMZ and MSTY. So the Group D is going to be a very big payment. But I'm hoping to sell this. So I'm very happy that this went back up 3%. That's very nice. I'm going to sell this just because, like I said in previous videos, I'm not very happy with the performance that's been, occurring the last 2 months. And I think I could get a lot more money in something like maybe QDTE or XDTE or maybe RDTE. I'm obviously still looking into RDTE. If we go in here, RDTE currently sitting at 43% or $43. I'm sorry. And this last week it's only about 0.25. It's still up from inception about 3.5%, which is very good. Obviously, it was up 7%, but that was people just buying into the hype. Now, if you look at this pattern though, it obviously is just down. So my guess is it's going to level out probably closer to something like QDTE. But even then, if we look at QDTE in this last week, I think it had a decent week. Yeah. And we go maybe like the last month. I mean that went up. So I don't know. I still kind of want to wait, if I'm being honest, with RDTE, just to be doubly safe, I guess. But um, who knows? Because if you look here in the last month, it doesn't look terrible either. But anyways, moving on to NVIDIA, 1%, 1.2%. I'm not gonna be, I'm not happy about that. It's not terrible. Um, I do wish that this would be higher. Obviously, NVIDIA is like a pretty big holding of mine. I think I have, 10% of it of my portfolio is NVIDIA. So hopefully that goes up eventually. I don't know if there's any plans for any like tech releases recently. Speaking of tech releases, real quick, I want to go on a little tangent about Tesla this last week. 12% down. That's crazy. I was thinking this was going to go up. I think initially it did, but a lot of people are skeptical about the promises that Tesla's making with their robo taxis, I think they're calling them, as well as the Optimus like AI robots. So yeah, and I also heard a lot of speculation that the robots themselves were actually not AI. People think that they were, essentially the Wizard of Oz, like behind the curtain act, or just someone remote controlling them. If you listen to their voice, it kind of does seem like that, and their actions also. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of it. That could just be me buying into speculation, but I don't know. One thing is for certain, obviously investors are not super happy with that last event that they threw. So yeah. Moving on to USD, a 10% plus week, which is super nice. Now, obviously, we know that in the last 3 months, it's kind of gone up and down. So I don't know, but I think this is the highest since I've bought it. I think the highest was like, yeah, right here. And let's see, I think I bought it August 1st. Yeah, so when I bought it, it was like right here. So essentially, yeah, this is the highest it's been since I've held it. So up 35% in what, 2 months, 2.5 months almost. So that's pretty decent. I mean, that's not pretty. That's really good. 10% week. That's very happy. Or I'm very happy with that. This is kind of what got me into the leveraged game, which is why I bought XPXL and why I'm probably going to buy more and more of it. But yeah. And lastly, Phoebe. Phoebe went down 3%, but also, some of that is equivalent to the distribution that was paid out. So there's that, and then probably maybe people like me, they're trying to get out of this. I don't really know. It's a little bit disappointing, but we're still up 7.5% almost. So I'm gonna take it. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell Phoebe. So let's sell. Uh, how do I say like all of it? I guess we go to shares maybe, and then say yeah, or no, sell all. There it is, and then we'll just say sell. So I could put like a limit sell in, but I'm just I'm not gonna really bother with that. I'm fine with whatever this comes out to and on market open. So like I said, once this is fulfilled, this is filled, I'm going to probably buy some I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm somewhat thinking adding the $300 and putting that into maybe something like Arctic TE or XCTE or QDT, one of the Roundhill funds probably, and then maybe using the Phoebe money plus this $25 I have here and putting that into XPXL. Um, but I got to do some thinking over this next week, so you guys will see for sure if I decide on anything in next week's video. But yeah, just a quick recap. Up 4.7% this last week. Very happy with that. So yeah, have really nothing else to say. I'm excited for the Group C dividends this week. I think that's Coney. So in Coney, I think out of the Roundhill funds is by far the largest. This is by far the largest we have in any of the funds on our portfolios, 19%. So I'm going to be excited to get that payout. Um, and yeah, but as always, guys, I wish you guys a wealthy future.